Hey, I just wanted to share my experience with shadowing at a med spa. I was considering taking this job, honestly, just because it'd be easy, and was looking for some more broadening my scope, my experience, working with different kinds of people, and just kind of getting to show up and do patient care and not worry about like all the ins and outs of running a business. Anyways, it was a very clarifying experience. Both as a consumer, but more so as a nurse practitioner, because I was considering this job that would be morally conflicting for me in a way, because they're, these places, they just sell one size fits all solutions. BioTE pellets in your butt for your energy and your moods and everything, and then Botox to just like help that, help that face that's sagging. And I knew I would have trouble doing that and selling that, but I was also kind of like, nah, they're gonna get it somewhere. Whatever, it's fine. But I just couldn't at the end of the day, checking the street and crossing the street. I just couldn't, there was a woman that came in and she'd been doing the BioTE pellets and it wasn't working for her. She wasn't having the intended panacea effects of all of her symptoms resolving, hot flashes, energy, all of that. And so then they checked her levels, they were through the roof. So despite the fact that they were selling this, hormones to cure all, they had not resolved her symptoms, and yet her hormones were through the roof. So instead of like shifting, because they don't have that ability to pivot, they don't have any other information, they just said, let's just switch you to an oral dose, which is controversial. Hormones taken orally are not very friendly to your liver and just don't have the same absorption. And so I was, shadowing this woman. She was coming in for her follow-up visit, felt no different, didn't feel bad, but didn't feel good, and was taking these medicines, and they were just kind of like rolling their eyes at her, kind of gaslighting her, and just like, whatever, I don't know what to do with this person. Meanwhile, they had her in a membership spending like at least $100 a month for her hormone therapy, and she was getting no benefit. And I did offer a few suggestions of like herbal things that maybe could help with her hot flashes, but didn't feel like I could do much because, they're just these quick little med spa visits. The other person one of the other visits I witnessed was somebody coming in for a Botox follow-up, and she was upset because when she lifted her eyebrows, one of the eyebrows was lifting much more than the other, and it kind of looked like she had a stroke, like low-key looked like she had a stroke. And they were talking to her about like, oh, remember the first time you did it and we froze you and her face was frozen? Like she couldn't drink through a straw. And I'm just like, wow, this is not what they're selling. This is not what people think they're getting when they come in. They're sold these like perfect results, will fix you. And women are desperate, they're tired, they're feeling self-conscious about, aging, and they don't feel good. And so they're desperate, and they spend a lot of money on these solutions. I've got some little library books here. And it does work for some people. Some people feel much better, probably because they're taking steroid hormones. That's what sex hormones are. They are steroid hormones. So, and I'm not even knocking that. I do HRT for people, definitely. I don't do the BioTE pellets. I do more like patches, sublingual, but I in no way sell it as a cure-all. It's sort of like, if you want to give this a try, we can always try it. But I really let the person lead, and it's never my first suggestion. I'm always talking to people about how much are you eating? What are you eating? How are you sleeping? What's your relationship with light? Are you getting outside in the mornings? Are you turning out phones and screens way before bed? All of these things matter way more on a deep level to support your whole health and well-being. So anyways, I just wanted to share that because there are a lot of nurse practitioners out there thinking, I just kind of want an easy job, and it would be easy. I wanted to like it. I wanted to take it. It was really close to my son's preschool. It would give me the flexibility to create my own schedule. But in the end, I took a different job with a community health center, which is not flexible, and it's going to be hard. Working with underserved populations, doing a lot of like hard but like real work in the world. And so, yeah, I have a client who's in FNP school to be a family nurse practitioner, and she said that like almost half of her fellow students are just going into the med spa world, and it just breaks my heart because they're being trained by the reps of these companies that will get a lot of money from them using the products. So they're not getting a really robust education in any way. And they believe it. The people I worked with at the med spa that day, they really believed they were doing good, which was sad because they weren't. Maybe some people, again, can be really helped by that stuff, but most people are just spending a lot of money and ending up with dead ends and maybe doing themselves more harm than good. I mean, definitely with some of that stuff. So yeah, this is just kind of some thoughts for people out there considering visiting or working at a med spa. I would really discourage it. There's so much more you can do. Like, those places really are just money makers. Maybe you'll get some benefit, but mostly it's like, do your own research, support yourself, and help your clients support themselves in the ways that really matter, which is, again, getting sunlight, not getting too much blue light, eating appropriately, eating enough, and sleeping and having harmonious relationships and not being stressed out all the time. So that's it.